All right, hi everyone. Welcome to Timberborn. We're in experimental mode. This is the Badwater, and I'm taking a risk here because we are very early in the experimental cycle, and they asked for feedback. Anyway, we're gonna do a new game. We're gonna do Folktails again. I still haven't played the Iron Teeth. I can't even remember their name, which is cool because they're different, and I haven't played them. I feel like it's a whole nother game. Next. I'm going to go with one of the default maps. These are supposed to be easy for beginners. I want something... Like, remember I had my own craters map? Well, this is also craters, but it looks like I do have an area that I can build in, and this looks kind of cool. And look at all the bad water we have, so why not go with this? Has Helix Mountain been updated? This map's not compatible with experimental yet. So, let's go with craters. The bad water turns, or bad tide turns all water sources into bad water. You don't actually get a drought, you get this bad water. You have 3 cycles that you can go without a bad tide, so this would just be regular droughts. And then after that, there's a 40% chance of a bad tide. I'm just going to leave it at default and see, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is fun. Town's going to be called Craters because I'm not original. We'll let the beavers scatter, and then we'll take a look at this map because I haven't looked at this map yet. You can see that the preview of the map was bright red, but this latest experimental patch turned it to brown. So I assume a bad water source is up here somewhere. So this is all bad, and this is all bad, and it's flowing bad. So you have 2 sources, and they're both flowing out here, right? Yes. Okay, so we have flow off the map here, and... this is the source. So if I wanted to block the water, I could have it spill off the map. So they've kind of made this map so that you can go over here and unplug this and have it spill off the map. Oh, and that's really close to where I am. Aha. But the map kind of has to be designed for this, right? Okay, let's just not talk about the meta of the game. Oh, look, you even get steps down. That's a good idea. So, and I'm going to be, we're going to be breezing through this because I want to get later in the game as soon as possible. But we'll do this, and then what I'll do is I'll set up my initial village before we unpause to get things going. So I've got 4 workers put in here. I've renamed it to the main jam, of course. They're going to build these 2 log cutters first. We have a cut down area over here to cut down all these trees. I didn't go far enough, did I? This is our source of wood. This is going to be our farm. We're going to farm carrots. We have 2 little warehouses to store carrots. We have 2 little water containers, and then we'll eventually have 3 pumps. This is the only pump that's above normal priority, so they can get the pumps in. And then their living space will be over here where it's dry. Now, if you've been following along with the experimental patch notes, when the bad water comes in, and it'll come in from here, it is going to want to pollute this entire area. Any area that it touches, it's going to pollute with it's gonna kill the land, basically. And the land will come back once the bad water goes away, but it's gonna hurt our crops. They've also just added the fact that if I wanted to build out of and I don't have them yet, if I wanted to build levees completely block the water from going around, so you can't use levees to do a water source anymore. You're going to have to unlock the irrigation tower. So I'm putting in a science station right away to try to get rid of to try to be able to get enough science to be able to more smartly redirect the water. I'm not sure. Also, I don't know how fast the flow of the bad water is. I hope this is enough. I really hope that that's enough, but I need gates. But at least in a panic, I can just tear these 2 out because I have a path over to them. All right, and we'll have to get the little beavers to build this stuff pretty quick. All right, we have water. That's good. We're pumping water, so they won't go thirsty. We're sitting on 113 berries. I'm not going to pick any berries. We're going to do wood instead. We have 0 unemployed, which means we have 4 builders, but yet there's not that much to build. No, now we should have some empty workspaces. We do, because... they're farming, and I put the workers all at 3, and their prioritized action is going to be, I think, harvesting at first for one, because as soon as the carrots are done, I want them harvested. So we should be planning for our first drought, and to do that, I think here we're just gonna have to put dams across here, right? So let's get these scheduled to build. I know you're too far away at the moment, but you won't be soon. The little trees have been dealt with. Now they can build the dam so we can trap the water in for our first drought if we need it. And we'll put a lumberjack flag over here, and so they can cut down some of these trees. We're going to run out of wood. That's what makes this map a little difficult, is that we're going to run out of wood before we want to run out of wood. And they still haven't built. Can't get all the required materials. Yeah. Let's go ahead and bump up the science building to get this built, because I'm going to need the science. And you guys are hungry? How close are we on the carrots? 88%. The carrots will be in. You'll be fine. Alright, the carrots are in. We just hit -5 on the old dial, but the carrots are in, so you can start eating your carrots. Everything will be fine. And we do have one workspace opening. And I don't know where that is because we have all 4 in here. It would be this pump. And we're already maxed on water, so we might as well max. And it's not under water, it's under storage. It's not under that, it's under storage, it's under the boxes. Let's go ahead and put in some more small tanks, because we need to store as much water as possible, and at the moment all I have are these small tanks. So we're ready for the first drought, and we're slowly building up science. So do we have anything we can unlock yet in the science? We need 120 science to unlock the levee. I'm not sure the levee's the first thing we need. I want to build houses. I think the first thing that we need is going to be the forester for 60 science. Because I'm going to want to plant some more trees, because we're going to need the wood. We're going to need a steady supply of wood. Okay, we have our 64 science, and we were definitely short on trees. So let's go ahead and unlock the forester. Hooray. This needs planks. We don't have planks yet. But I'm going to want to put the forester... Oh, this is a new model for the forester. Check it out. I'm going to want to put the forester right here. And when this gets built, we're going to want to plant... I think pines for now. Let's see. Pines is 12 days. Chestnut trees is 24 days. Maples we know are the best at 28 days. Oaks, well, 28 days for 6. And then oaks are 30 days for 8. Do I have 30 days? And the pines are the birches are 9, the pines are 12, and then you double that and you still don't get the oaks. So I think the first thing we'll do is that we'll plant a bunch of pines over here, kind of where the pines are already. So there's our pines, and then I think I'll do maple on the other side, but we have to do planks first. And how much power do we have? We have a lot of power. I could put 2 plankers in. We do have 2 open spots. Those 2 open spots are going to be right here. If we don't need builders, I could make some more planks. The trouble is, planks use wood. And we are short on wood. How many planks do we need? We have the logs. I think we're just barely going to have the planks. Of course, I'm going to claim that I planned it like this. And that we'll run out of logs just as soon as we get enough planks for this. Oh, I forgot about injuries. So let's go over to, is it well-being? We need a tooth grinder because I see somebody cut their tooth. And there's a little dry spot here. So let's put a tooth grinder right here. There you go. You can fix your tooth. I don't need medical yet. And I don't need a terrace because guess what? We don't have houses yet. You're homeless. 28 days for 6, 30 days for 8. It's got to be oaks. My favorite tree anyway. And we'll just do oaks. Alright, our first drought's heading here in 3 days. It's going to be a short drought because it's still, I think, the standard short drought. They might have changed that. I don't know. But it's okay. We got plenty of water. I'm trying to figure out what to unlock next. And I think it's the gates, which is under landscaping. We have a levee for 120 and a floodgate for 150. And I'm at 56. I don't need anything unlocked at the moment, so I'm just going to wait and build up the signs. We do have 18 logs. I really think I should probably build a medium warehouse with 15 logs to store the extra food. Where can we store this? Let's see. I'd rather not waste the nice land. So why don't we put the carrot warehouse right over here. This will store the rest of our carrots. And now, unfortunately, we don't have any builders. And the reason being is because we don't need water. So let's pause you. All our beavers are going to be old, so I have to build houses. So we're sitting on 0 wood at the moment, but we do have some birches, so we don't want all our beavers to die, so we have to build at least 1, if not 2 lodges. So let's do that. Right over here, let's build 1, 2, and 3 with a road, just so the beeves don't all die out. And then why don't we go ahead and build some entertainment across the road. This is going to be a campfire right across the road. Keep that population stable. I'm moving one lumberjack over here because of course the other guy had nothing to do. The drought has started. You can reach all the way over there, right? Yeah. Go ahead and get this built, please. And you're doing it. All right. And we have one house built. The drought started, so we'll be out of power. But you know, we have 13 planks, and I don't know that I need them right now. So this building should be paused anyway, and that gives us all our builders back. Hey, we reached 4. We still have 2 beavers sleeping outside. We have 0 wood at the moment. These trees will be grown up in 44%, about 7 more days or so. Until then, we don't have any wood, and you're now planting the oaks. Just like that, the drought's over. It does kind of stink that we don't have trees. Now, here's the thing. You can walk across here, but there's no trees over here, right? I would love for you to get to the trees over here, and we can do that if I get the steps. So the steps are 70, and we have 146. So let's unlock the steps. We have 13 planks. Each steps take 1 log and 4 planks, and we have 0 logs. Tisk, tisk, tisk. So to get more logs, I would want to put steps here and steps here, and then a path underneath, and a path up here, and a path over here, and then I would want to designate this area for destruction. All I have to do is come up with the logs, and a few patches ago, Timberborn made it so that you can get materials back for anything that you destroy. So what is it I'm going to destroy? I guess I'll just destroy a water pump. Alright. Off you go. There's 9 logs. And you're going to bring them over here. That's... Oh. Luckily, I think I paused that in time. Yes, I did. Okay, now you can build the steps. Hooray. That was close. That was close. Now I can build the lumberjack flag over here. You'll be fine, don't worry. And then you can cut down those woods. Okay. This has everything. They just need to wake up. I'm going to increase their hours. And we're totally planted, and you're up in your little lookout. Check it out. Yep. You're up in your lookout looking around, saying what's going on. Do I want to get you to plant more oaks? I gotta plant more oaks. I feel like we're gonna be building mania here. So let me go ahead, because you have time. We'll just schedule some more oaks to be built, and we'll build them behind here. That gives you something to do. And we might need to make some gears. I can finagle some things around in here. We are 91% to our first pines here, and you have a few pines left over here. Good. All right, and we're not utilizing any of our power. Am I okay with that? 42 logs. I think I'm okay with that. I'm not sure. I unpaused this. What's taking you so long to get the logs here? Because see, they're right here. We don't have any builders, do we? We don't. Oh my. So what, who's working where? Who is working where? We had died of old age. Alright. So let's think about this a minute. Let's go ahead and pause the science. That gives us 1 builder. And we paused you. We can't pause the final pump, and you're doing some more carrots. There we go. We got that built. Okay, so we're a little low on the beeves. But that's okay. We had some grown-ups too. Yeah, so as soon as we get more than 1 in here, we can do the science again. We do have 156 science. And with that science, I said that the next thing I wanted to do was unlock a floodgate. That's 150. I don't have to unlock it till I'm ready to use it. So we'll just roll with that for now. And we've got this built. We've got the other house built. We got 1 dude building it all. And we have yet another house to be built. Okay. I've turned it into suburbia. We've even got another street in the back now. We've got 133 logs, which is good. We didn't have any builders for the moment. Still don't need builders. I'm going to turn on the science again just to slowly get the science up. And we've just hit 6. They're happier than ever. Who knows why. So to build the medium tank with a capacity of 300, I need 30 planks and 20 gears. I might be able to do that before the first Badwater if I put not a medium tank, but if I unlock the gear workshop for 100, and I have 169 science. And remember, I wanted the gates. I wanted the gates to keep the bad mojo out. I'm going to give it a try. This takes 25 planks and 15 logs. Okay. I'm going to unpause you, and I'm going to unlock the gear workshop, because in order to not have the beginning of the game be the same every time, this is kind of how, well, that's my complaint, is that if you're expecting the bad tides, you're going to have to crank up the water storage, which means you're going to have to build the bigger tanks. Nobody can build this, nobody can build that, of course, at the moment, but that's okay. We need to catch up on the planks anyway. And actually, you're empty as well, right? Because I let the population fall a little too much. So what can I pause? I could pause the forester for a little bit. Let's pause you. You're paused. We have plenty of trees growing. And now we can make some planks. Our total population is 7 adults and 4 children. Yeah, I let it get too low. I needed to build those houses quicker. I do have some time. We're only in cycle what? We're in cycle 2, and we're guaranteed 3 cycles before Badwater, but there's just not a lot of time before you have to have all the water stored up. Because if this and there's only a 40% chance, which is a little random, but if this turns bad, the crops on this side are going to die. As a matter of fact, without good water, all the crops are going to die. I feel like I need more storage. And I think, I don't know how far Badwater pollutes, but I'm probably going to have to irrigate. So I think I'm going to have to unlock some irrigation, but we want to see this, right? This takes 200 science, so I can't unlock irrigation yet. Suddenly we have some grown-ups, and we're going into another drought. All right, so this is going to be the end of cycle 2, and then we'll have cycle 3. And then I think our chances for almost certain doom increase. I want to store more carrots. Yeah, I want to just be prepared for this. So another medium warehouse. It's questionable whether I should have built... Remind me, the small warehouse is just 3 logs. And it can store 30. The medium warehouse is 15 logs and it can store 200. There's math involved. It's not that good, but it's not that bad either. So where can we store some more? Why don't we just put them... Yep, you'll fit right here. You're a little over the green, but that's okay. Yeah, do I want a road back here? I might want a road back here, so we'll put you right here. And we'll just put a little entrance. Right. And why don't we... You're going to store carrots, and we'll high prioritize your construction site. The medium tank is 120. I'm going to go ahead and unlock it. But I'm not going to use it yet. And I need a lot more science. And you're not building anything, so let's unpause the science. And we do have 3 open work places, right? We have 3 vacancies. Where are these vacancies? They're right here. We have 1 builder and 3 vacancies. I like that. As long as we have 3 or less, we have at least 1 builder. I had better make some storage for planks, so this is going to end real quick. I need 30 planks, right? For this giant water thing, it's not underwater, it's under storage. I need 20 gears and 30 planks. You're going to store gears. Gears go inside. Where's the gears? Right there. We're already overloaded on gears. And then planks is, let's see, storage. It's going to be this little dude. You can only store 20 planks. Unfortunate. But there you go. You're going to store the planks outside. Okay. There we go. Let's high prioritize these construction sites so that we get these things built. Otherwise, we're not building anything. You guys are just sitting around. We still have a builder? We do not. All right, let's pause the science so that we can have 1 builder who can come over here and build. And the drought started. So we got a little time we can wait while the drought's going on, and we have plenty of water, so we're not worried about that. And there the planks go. Alright, you guys do not have enough power to work. So, since you don't have enough power to work, I might as well pause you. It'll give us some more builders, and you know, I just think more science. Let's crank the science up as fast as we can. This requires 12 logs, and we have 169 logs. So why don't we do 2 science over here? Whoops. Get that built. These 2 will move in. We'll put us down to 1 builder again, but we'll crank up some science. Oh, I had this paused. We'll now have 0 builders. As soon as that's finished, we now have no builders. That's okay. We're trying to crank through the science during the drought. Because we're not worried about the food with 517. We're not worried about the water with 193. Alright, the drought's over. Didn't even notice that. Let's turn the power back on. Now we have buildings lack workers. I need those. I need these. We don't need anything really replanted. There's no pressing need to replant yet. So let's pause you. And let's pause one of the science. We already have 166. My science goal is... It's not underwood. It's underwater. My science goal is 200. I'm going to build one more house. Because. Just one more for now. Maybe I'll build it over here just in case I need another science station for some reason. 18 gears, 13 planks. I want 200 science. We have 218. So here comes the irrigation now. It's underwater. The irrigation tower is 200 science. This needs 15 and 20. And you need a road to irrigate on. Alright, this irrigation tower will irrigate most of this. Not the carrots down at the end though, but most of this. So I'm going to put you right here. We're going to build a road to you. You'll get this built eventually. And then I'm going to need to build more water. You know what I mean by build more water. And then, as far as the crops go, because we've displaced some crops, let's build a few more crops here. Remind me how far you're going to irrigate to. Yeah, right there. So, honestly, while we don't have anything going on, let's get this thing filled with water, and then I'm going to pause it. I guess I can't pause it and have you fill it up at the same time. I'm just going to pause you. Alright, because I don't need you right now. I'm going to need you if and when we have bad water. Okay, so now, to build the water storage, that's not storage, it's the boxes for the water. We need 30 planks, we have 1, and 20 gears, we have 30. So I'm going to pause the gears for now so that we can build up the planks and get at least one of these big tanks created. Alright, we have 1 open bed and no unemployed but no open jobs. We also have 31 gears and 23 planks. So let's go ahead and build the big water container. We can use more, but for now it's not underwater, it's under storage. Hey, medium tanks. This medium tank will go right here. I can actually put 2 in. How about that? So this medium tank will go right here. You're going to store water. And let's go ahead and high prioritize you, even though we've got all the builders, we've got all the supplies. And it looks like we're a little low on water, so how many builders do we have now? We have 4? Yeah, sure. Let's start pumping some more. And we're up to 237 science, so that wasn't a problem either. We're not on the 4th cycle yet. Remember, at the end of this cycle is this upcoming drought or bad water, one of the two. So the other thing that I have to think of is the trees will die without irrigation as well. I put this irrigation around the food, but we would run out of building materials. By the way, they drained all the water out of here. So we have another drought incoming, so we don't have a bad tide. We have another drought cycle. That's okay. That's good, I guess. Let's put in another irrigation tower. Maybe I should have set it to 100% to see what would happen. It's 40% chance. We'll get there. This will keep most of our trees alive, I think. So they said they changed the mechanics so that levees completely block the badness of the bad tide. So I can go ahead and unlock the levee for 120 because we have 319 science. So I can unlock the levee for 120 science. And then I need 150 science to unlock a floodgate gate. I have that. Let's unlock the floodgate. And with the floodgates, I can open this up during a drought and then replace it with floodgates. Wow, you guys emptied that fast. I just set it to empty. I'm building another big tub of water, not goo. Another tub of water. Okay, this makes me a little less paranoid about water. We have a ton of water. And this will mean, better set it. This will mean even more water storage. Right, that's another 300. We're gonna have 600 water storage. I hope the ground contamination doesn't contaminate the storage. I don't think it does, but we'll find out. And then there's no room for you, no storage space available for these 12 logs. How about that? We can build some steps down and put some more storage down below. We did have some deaths, so we're a little short of the jobs. We still have 143 science. I think I'm going to slow down the science for a while in favor of building. I think I have everything I want. My goal now is to kind of coast, right, until we have a bad tide and see how I can manage it. Yeah, we got plenty of water stored up. I'm going to go ahead and demolish these and put up the gates instead. What do the gates need? How many planks do the gates need? Gates, 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 gates. It's under landscaping. These need 10 wood and 5 planks. And you're stranded. Way to go. Okay, I'm going to have to waste wood on a dam just for you. Oh, I can test turning this on now. Let's turn this on. You can see how everything dried out because I let the water dry. We only have 2.3 days left. And nothing dies in 2.3 days. Dies in 14 days. Oh, I didn't turn this off. Okay. So I've got them both on. Alright, the food's fine. Now, we want a gate. We want a gate. Floodgate here. It's also a little shocking how fast we ran out of water. So you can kind of see, if you don't have a lot of water storage, I mean, we only have 1 day. This was like a 3-day drought. We only have 1 day left. I busted this open early in the drought, and we are down to 90 water and dropping fast. And I have a total storage of 450. And this sucker has, 67 water left. It's unfortunate. I could put a wheelio in to do these guys. Yeah, so I could get some planks. Yeah, I could do that. I think he's unlocked by default. It takes 40 logs. We have plenty of logs. Might as well give him something to do. The other thing that's using a lot of water, of course, are these big tanks. So now we have 0 water, and these tanks have all the water in them. But the drought is about to end. So let's see the water come back in, and let's see how fast they get thirsty. This is a good test. Now, did these carrots die? It died. Okay, that's okay. Because we'd lose all of these if this was bad water anyway. Did I accidentally... Oh, I hit T, didn't I? I accidentally hit T, and that's the hotkey for show water. Okay. We're back to full power. They never got this thing built. Can you believe it? We have water again, because we closed one of these off. We're going to try to build this as soon as we have enough planks. So we're back to barely alive. Barely alive. I could put in a 3rd pump. Alright, we're having some flooding because the last gate got put up. You know how that works. But there, it stopped. Okay, we're gated off now. But I can open this up. This is good. If I need to. If I need to completely drain this. The other thing is, I'm going to need some more gates because I'm going to want to drain the water this way. And then I'm going to want to prevent the water from flowing through this way. Right? Alright, you can definitely get down here to build these. I'll go ahead and put a road down. Alright, so here's what we have, which probably slowed this down a little bit, but I'm not getting any flooding. This proves at least that I can do 3 through here and speed it up. The amount of water we have coming through is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at whatever X speed that is, and I can cram it through 3, which speeds up the flow, which is quite nice. And this is supplying a good amount of power, which means we could probably make some gears now too. Let's go ahead and make some gears. Okay, and then let's pause the wheelio because we don't need you yet, but you're ready for next time. When the bad water comes through, I don't think I can drain it all. I think it's going to spill over. But anyway, the idea is that I close these. By the way, these should all be down to 0. Okay, good. You're all synchronized. Good. So these are all down to 0, and this is up to 1. And then I just flip them. But I don't know that I can drain all the bad water away. We'll see. That could be the difficulty of this map. But I just need to see how the bad water behaves. So now we're gonna coast. We're basically gonna coast until I get some bad water. I really should have said it at a higher percentage. But we're gonna coast until I get some bad water, and then we're gonna see whether my finagling works or not. Now, my commentary on this would be, you could design maps so that you can divert the bad water away from a village. And then as you expand then, so your starter location would be in a place where you could divert the bad water away to stay alive. But then as you get up science and expand, you're going to have to make sure that you do the building required to be able to divert the water, if you know what I mean. I'm going to unlock a platform so I can put some gears over on this side. So one low platform coming up for 100 science. We have 400 science, so that's not an issue. We'll get that there. We're going to need some planks for it. And I think we have some planks. We do, yes. It is done, just like that. And then I'm going to want to unlock, under power, I'm going to want to unlock the high power shaft doohickey with this. And this will have to go up here somewhere. Actually, it'll have to go right here. So I might as well schedule it to build. And we have another drought coming in. It is not bad water, it is a... No, bad tide, yay! A bad tide is approaching. How exciting. How exciting. What can I do? A beaver is injured. Yeah, I don't have doctors. Okay, what do I need for doctors? Well-being. For 80? Sure, I still have 400 science. You just need one plank for this? Yeah, we'll put a medical bed right here. But only one beaver can be injured at a time, I command it. And then for water storage... nope, it's under storage. It's the boxes. I'm gonna put in one more medium tank. Right here. I got rid of this whole road just for these tanks. And we'll see if we can get this built. We needed a lot of planks. And 30 gear. We had the 20 gears. Now we just need planks, so I can pause the gears. And now we're going to be able to see what the bad water does. Because this is going to turn all into bad water. And if there's too much flow, it's going to spill over. It's going to kill the crops. It's going to kill the land. Alright, check it out. We can now fill up this water barrel while we still have clean water running for another 0.2 days. Hooray. And then I'm going to slow it down. Alright, bad tide started. You're immediately thirsty. That's okay. We're going to go down to speed 1. So you can see the bad water's coming in. So I'm going to let this flow a little bit more. And I'll let the dirty water get to about here. I don't think it's dirty yet. Yep, there it goes. It's killing off everything. Alright. So now I'm going to open these guys. And I'm going to close... Am I ready yet? Yeah, that's as much as I want to chance it. And I'm going to close you all. So there, you're closed. Now, is this slow enough to be able to work? This dam should keep this push back for a while. There's a slosh going on. And you can see it infecting the land, right? So it's going to kill off these carrots. Oh, it's going over, see? There's not enough space, so it's going over. So it's going to kill the land. It's poisoning the water. So now I have to turn these pumps off so we don't pick up poison water. Yeah, it's a shame. And then really, I gotta pause you, dude, because you're gonna get sick. I need you out of the poison water as well. I need you out of the poison water. Everybody get out of here. Oh, you're gonna walk right through it. Okay, hopefully you didn't get too sick. Are you out of here? You're out of here. Good. Where are you going? You're gonna pick up some 13 logs? Good luck, dude. I was unable to stem the tide, and it's only 3 days, but yeah, it's pretty nasty. It's pretty nasty. But I guess if I just open these suckers up, we can slow it down and at least get it off here. But now we've got the bad tide here that's going to kill the carrots, right? So this is contaminated and drying, and this is drying. So now with the water we have, let's unpause these guys. And let's see if we can push back the contamination. we should have plenty of workers. You wanna get the water in here, please? You wanna water this? Where's the dude? Get the water. There you go. Didn't really push it back. We're keeping some alive. We're keeping some trees alive. Not a lot. Contaminated. It died. Wow, that died quick. Look how fast it dies when contaminated. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But at least we're keeping these alive. So here's the thing. If I'm not pushing back contamination, and let me check on that a minute. If I'm not pushing back the contamination, then why do I even care? Because these trees aren't going to die. This is just as far as these trees are concerned, it's just a regular drought. So I don't need to keep them watered. And to me, it's the same with the carrots, right? If I don't keep these guys watered, you're not contaminated. The contamination doesn't spread. I can't stop the spread of the contamination. So I just have less land than I thought I did. Hey, we have wood because they're dead, and this guy I'll have to replant. But how many logs is this? I don't know how many logs this is, or even if they can get any logs out of here if it's partially dead. And is this contaminated? This doesn't say contaminated. The land's contaminated. I don't think you get sick just because it's contaminated. That's good. And then I'm going to go ahead and close these because, you know, if I close you, you're probably helping to contaminate these woods, unfortunately. And now it's overflowing. Oh, don't overflow too much. Easy there. So is the contaminated water flow more than the regular water flow? Nope, just settle down. It's settling down. It just is, it's a sploosh. There we go. It's just a sploosh. So now if I have you water a little bit. Yeah, I don't... This has died, but I don't think this land is contaminated. I don't know. We'll just give you a couple of pulses. Just to keep everything alive. There you go. Same here. Couple of pushes. Whoosh. That resets the timer, right? I think so. Give it a couple of whooshes of water, but I don't want you to use too much water. So while we're watching the dark tide, let's talk about the mechanics again. So really all this is doing is killing off crops near here, which means I can grow them between contaminations, but after that they just up and die. And I assume these dies in 14 days. You're drying, but you're not contaminated. So this just reduces the amount of usable land and makes the droughts last longer. So until this water clears out, this is a 3-day drought. It's probably going to be considered a 4 or 5-day drought. I'm not sure how that changes anything. Obviously, when I have dynamite, I need to dynamite this area bigger so that I can completely divert this water. That does add something new and interesting. But I don't know. And I can have power, right? I can build up supplies during this. Do I have any sick beavers? We're still 5. Let's check out the beeves. Anybody contaminated? Talk to me. You have wet fur. I don't see any contamination. Bad tide is ended. Okay. Good. Now the fresh water's washing through. Let's wash some of it down here. There we go. And the bad land should clean up soon enough. I wouldn't drink this water, but these are just dumb rodents that eat their own poo. So I'm sure they can drink the water. We survived. All right. Now, is this water contaminated? This seems to not be contaminated anymore, right? So that cleaned up pretty quick. Is it contaminated? It's not saying it is. Water's all saying it's all cool. So that's it. The bad tide has ended. And then I have to replant some trees. And we don't really have enough storage for the logs. I'll build more storage. Let's see how many logs I can hold total. We'll build a ton of storage. We'll build storage. Let's see. Where can I build a ton of storage? I didn't really leave myself a lot of room. How about one here, and one here, and one here? There. I want to store all the logs. I know, I didn't tell you what you're gonna store. I'm sorry. Actually, I never, you know, okay, fine. Logs. 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 There we go. Okay. How are we doing here? You're just sitting down because you don't have anything to do. You guys are starting to cut down trees. You should have stuff to do soon. Alright, and we do have one water empty. But everything seems to be fine, and then you're replanting. So the mechanic of the bad tide is, as soon as it's gone, right? It's just gone. It killed everything along the shore, but it didn't go in too far. And these were useless because you can't push back the bad tide with this. Kind of makes sense. Now, they changed the mechanics of the levees so that if I put levees all the way along here, this would have blocked. I don't know if I would have had to put the levees on top or inside the water, but this blocks the water flow. It also, of course, means I have to use these irrigation towers. I'm okay with that change. I always thought the pile of levees sitting in a, you know, with water inside them was kind of a cheesy thing anyway. But there we go. We're back up. We never really got low on food. We can store a ton of logs now. Water. I don't know. You have to tell me what you think.